Hi, folks, and welcome back inside Manhattan College Athletics. Christian Heimall now speaking with the head coach of Manhattan Women's Lacrosse, Elizabeth Weber, as well as senior captain Kelsey Rehain. And, Coach, we'll start with you. With the way the season has gone, obviously a final conference game coming up this weekend, where have you seen maybe the most stark improvement from when you first came here to Manhattan?
I think that we've improved a lot. I think it's been game by game, and it may not be super evident in the scores of our games or maybe to the public, but as a coach you see the little improvements and the little things being taken care of that will add up to the big picture in our final 3 games.
Obviously, I know the results haven't been there what you're looking for, but talk about the game against Marist, because one of the teams at the top of the conference and right there competing the entire way.
I think, as I told the girls yesterday, it was one of our best performances yet as a team, and I think we need to use that going into Niagara and going into Iona and going into Columbia next week. I really think the spark is on and the light bulb has gone on and we get it. We just now need to carry that momentum into the next final 3 games.
Kelsey, for you as a senior, before we even get to what Saturday is going to be in your final home game at Gaelic Park, talk about what the 4 years here at Manhattan have been like. I know it's been a struggle with 3 different coaches,
Yeah.
but talk about what those 4 years have been like.
It's definitely been pretty hard with all the 4 coaches. I think collectively we've had 9 to 11 coaches come in and out, and it's been hard to adjust to. But I think each one has brought something different from the table, and we've progressed as a team with each coach coming in. They've all had something else to give us, and I think the biggest team, everyone says it, is the team becomes your family. When you have different coaches coming in and out, the team is always there for you, and I think that's what we've really gained through this.
Where have you seen maybe the biggest improvement for this team this year?
I think our biggest improvement has been our team defense has really come together. I think we have an awesome goalie here. We have a great team defense, and we've been putting together things on offense, and I think Marist was a really good showcase of that. I think if some of our shots were a little bit more on cage, we would have had that game, and I think that's really impressive. And I think that if we take that caliber of play into Niagara, we'll be absolutely fine.
Let's look at Saturday in Niagara, final home game of the year for you and for your career. Have you even thought about the emotions of Saturday at all?
Absolutely. It's something you look into since, you start playing, when's going to be my last game. And for a home game, you're never going to be able to play again next to those subways again. Gaelic is just a place that's always going to be in my heart.
Coach, talk about these seniors, because when a coach comes in for the first time, obviously you lean on the veterans in terms to get a feel of the team. But what has this senior class been for you?
I think they're 6 great seniors. I think coming in as a first-year head coach, there's a lot of different things that can be going through your head, and it's very hard if you don't have a good welcoming senior class, and I think they did a great job of doing that right from the beginning, and it made my transition here to Manhattan so much easier than what it could have been. And I really think they have stepped up and filled the role as a great senior class. They're the change in Manhattan College. They are the start of what is going to come in future years, and they can attest to that, and then in 5-6 years down the road they can say we were the change that made this program turn in the right direction.
Aside from the emotional aspect, what has this senior class been able to do in terms of helping the younger group get adjusted maybe to a new coach, a new style, and things like that?
I think they really have taken the underclassmen under their wings. I know there was a point of probably 2 to 3 weeks where there was no coach for them on campus and they were still in the hiring process. So I think that speaks volumes of the senior class, kind of getting the team in order and getting them ready for whoever was to come in to take the job in the fall. And then we're ready as soon as I got on campus, ready to work, and I think that's an awesome asset of the 6 of them, including Brooke, who is also our manager.
Kelsey, Coach touched on it there. There were a couple of weeks where you guys were having practice in the fall without a coach. What was that period of time like for this team?
I think mainly we were worried about the people coming in, the freshmen coming in. They didn't really know what to expect. They were all obviously very nervous about the situation. So we tried to organize some captain's practices where we just got to, be relaxed, fool around, play a little bit, and get to know everyone and really create the team while the coach wasn't there, because although the practices weren't organized, at least we got a chance to play together.
What's the difference? Obviously, you haven't gone through it yet as a senior, but do you anticipate all the emotions? You've seen it happen 3 years now, watching players play their final home game. Do you anticipate any of the feelings? How do you try to prepare for the emotions of Saturday?
Honestly, I try not to think about it as much as I can. Every year, you get emotional. Each class is something else to bring to the table. Each year I've been here, it's been tough to see the seniors leave. So, I mean, it's just going to be, it's an end of an era. We love playing together, and it's just going to be tough to see. That's the last time we play home.
Obviously, it's the last home game, but there are still games to be played after that. 3 more left. Coach, what are you looking for this team down the home stretch?
Really looking to spark for the rest of the 3 home games and really set the tone for what we have to get ready for coming into next season, and really just kind of setting the tone for Iona and Columbia and also Niagara on Saturday. But I really think if we use the momentum that we had at Marist, we'll be on the right track come our final 3 games.
What are some of the biggest keys for Saturday?
For us, as Kelsey said, our defense is playing awesome. Like, Christina stepped up and had an awesome game yesterday, came up with some great saves. Our defensive end is really coming together as a unit. They're really getting it. Our transition in the beginning of the season, we really struggled with it, but now we figured it out. We got it under control, and then it'll just be our attack, finishing our shots and getting them on cage. I mean, we've had the opportunities. They've been there. They were there at Fairfield. They were there again at Marist. We just need to finish our shots, and we're in these games.
Kelsey, I'll direct the final question at you. What's it going to take for you and the rest of the senior class to come out with a win on Saturday in your final home game, and what would it mean to be able to get that win on Saturday?
I mean, obviously I want to win for my senior game, and I think everyone just needs to come out with heart. We know what to do. We know that we just need to bring the same fire we brought from Marist and tweak a few things, keep our offense spread, keep it moving, and just make sure that everyone's staying incorporated. Something I really love about our offense. I don't think it's a one-man offense, and we all have something that we can bring to the table. And I think if everyone's really working as a unit, we're going to be just fine.
Manhattan Women's Lacrosse takes on Niagara. Final home game of the regular season. Final home game in the careers of the Manhattan seniors. 5 o'clock at Gaelic Park. You can watch the contest live on Jasper Vision. Until then, thanks for joining us inside Manhattan Athletics.